So what we do is we go through a process that desensitises them to hands. And it's a systematic process where in your own mind you would say to yourself, right, I'm going to systematically go through each body part of my pet and click and reinforce each touch or hand towards them. What's the matter? I'm just going to use it. Ready? Up we go. So that we can get them used to being touched. Okay, now you can do this on the floor. You don't have to do this on a table. I'm just putting him on a table to make it a little bit more realistic, because these sorts of dogs are going to need grooming. But already you can see there's an element of apprehension here. He's not 100% happy on the table. So what do you think would be the first thing I would need to do in this situation? Groomer?
I wouldn't feed them.
No, I would feed.
But I'd help. Would you?
You're maybe not in your grooming parlour, but you would here, because we want him to associate this without the fear. It's got to be that, you know, he's enjoying being up here. It's a pleasurable experience. It's probably a little bit wobbly, so that's probably why he's feeling a little bit concerned about it. So I'm just going to feed him to start with so that he's not too worried. And then with your process, what you would do is gradually, I want to go from head to bottom in getting him used to me touching him without worrying about it. Okay, so I'm just going to look at an ear. Yes, good boy. And I'm going to feed that. Now bear in mind, if you're on a table, I'm trying to keep a short lead because we don't want him to fall off. So if you're doing this at home on a table, one, make sure you have a non-slip mat, but also make sure that someone else can hold the lead for you so that there isn't any accidents. Okay, and I'm not going to use my clicker while I'm doing this exercise myself, because I don't want to click that in his ear while he's on a table. When you're on the floor, you've got more room to work. Okay, so that's the first one. Oh, good boy. Now, yes. Now, so I'm using a word which is in place of my clicker. Okay, so now my hand's coming towards the puppy. Yes. Boy, look at an eye. Yes. And we finished that piece. Oh, you swallowed it. Good boy. And I'm going to look at the other eye. Yes. Boy. So we want to make this as pleasant as possible. And I'm going to now an elbow. Yes. Good boy. Who's that? It's Rufus. And I'm going to pick up the leg. Yes, good boy, clever dog. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other side. Yes. Good boy. And pick up the leg. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Yes. So I'm gradually going all over the dog's body. Yes, and picking up feet. And you also want to make sure that you look under their tails. Yes, because a lot of dogs don't like their tails being lifted up. And have a little feel under their groiny bits. Yes, good boy. And then over time, when they've got used to this, only then would you start to actually separate the toes so that you're looking, you know, oh, good boy, see, very good boy. So that you're looking in between all the toes and under the pads. But you need to start gradually. That's probably enough for him in this session. Good boy, he liked it. Yes, he did. So cute. Yes, you are. Okay? So we're all going to have a little go of that on the floor.